The rumor spread faster than anyone expected. Just a handful of blurry photos and anonymous posts were enough to ignite a global frenzy. Within hours, headlines were forming, hashtags were climbing, and fans across continents were demanding answers. But now, the storm surrounding Kim Seok-jin has officially been shut down, with his agency stepping forward to declare that the dating allegations tied to the star were completely false. The controversy first emerged from online forums and social media accounts claiming that the member of BTS had been spotted meeting a female idol in private. The posts relied heavily on low-resolution images and secondhand descriptions, yet they were quickly amplified by reposts, speculation threads, and fan debates. As the narrative ballooned, so did concern over how easily unverified claims could transform into accepted truth in the hyper-connected world of modern celebrity culture. Sensing the growing impact, Jin's management released a firm and unusually swift statement. According to the agency, the circulating photos had nothing to do with the artist and were taken out of context, while the accompanying stories were described as pure fabrication. They emphasized that no romantic relationship existed and warned that deliberate attempts to damage the reputation of their artist would not be taken lightly, adding that legal action against the original spreaders of the rumor was being considered. The clarification rippled through fan communities almost instantly. Supportive messages flooded timelines, with many praising the agency for acting decisively and urging the public to be more cautious about consuming and sharing gossip. For longtime followers of BTS, the episode felt painfully familiar, another reminder of how intensely scrutinized the group remains even years into global superstardom, and how personal boundaries are often tested by relentless curiosity. Sources close to Jin indicated that he remained calm throughout the ordeal, choosing to stay focused on his professional commitments rather than address the claims personally. Known for keeping his private life tightly guarded, the singer has historically avoided responding directly to rumors unless absolutely necessary, relying instead on official channels to set the record straight. That silence, however, did little to stop speculation in the early hours of the controversy, underscoring the difficult balance idols face between privacy and public expectation. Beyond the immediate relief felt by fans, the incident has sparked broader discussion within the industry about misinformation and the responsibilities of online platforms. In South Korea's highly competitive entertainment scene, reputations are fragile, and even short-lived scandals can leave lasting impressions. Analysts note that agencies are increasingly forced to react quickly and publicly, not only to protect their artists, but also to prevent false narratives from becoming permanently embedded in search results and news cycles. With the agency's denial now firmly on record, attention is gradually shifting back to Jin's work and BTS's ongoing projects, rather than the rumor that briefly overshadowed them. Still, the episode lingers as a cautionary tale, proof of how swiftly speculation can spiral and how crucial verified information has become in an era where a single post can ignite worldwide controversy overnight. As the dust began to settle, media outlets shifted from chasing speculation to examining how the rumor had managed to spread so explosively in the first place. Industry watchers pointed to the familiar combination of anonymous accounts, algorithm-driven amplification, and the intense global interest surrounding figures like Kim Seok-jin. In a digital ecosystem where screenshots can circulate faster than official statements, the line between curiosity and defamation often blurs before anyone has time to verify the facts. Several commentators noted that the agency's rapid response marked a growing trend within K-pop management, where silence is no longer seen as a safe option when misinformation threatens to spiral. In earlier eras, companies might have waited days or even weeks before addressing dating rumors, but today's 24-hour news cycle leaves little room for delay. The decision to issue a firm denial and hint at legal consequences was widely interpreted as a message not only to fans, but also to online communities that thrive on unconfirmed leaks. Within fandom spaces, discussions evolved beyond simple relief into more reflective conversations about privacy and accountability. Many supporters argued that idols deserve the same boundaries as anyone else, regardless of their fame, while others urged fellow fans to resist the urge to dissect every viral post. The episode became a case study in how loyalty, concern, and speculation can collide in unpredictable ways when millions of people are emotionally invested in the same artists. For the group as a whole, the situation served as another reminder of the extraordinary spotlight that follows BTS wherever they go. Even routine movements or coincidental encounters can be reframed into dramatic narratives, especially when audiences are eager for updates about their favorite stars' personal lives. Insiders suggest that this constant surveillance has shaped how the members navigate public spaces, with schedules and security measures increasingly designed to minimize opportunities for misinterpretation. In the days after the clarification, attention gradually returned to upcoming releases, performances, and individual projects, pushing the rumor down the trending lists where it had briefly dominated. Yet the incident left behind a lingering question about the cost of fame in the digital age. How many times must public figures confront baseless claims before systems evolve to slow their spread? For now, Jin's cleared name stands as the headline, but the broader conversation about rumor culture, online responsibility, and celebrity privacy continues to simmer beneath the surface, waiting, perhaps, for the next viral spark to ignite it all over again. Observers within the entertainment industry also began drawing parallels to previous cases where prominent idols were forced to address rumors built on little more than conjecture. The pattern, they argued, has become increasingly predictable. An unverified post appears, fan accounts dissect every pixel, tabloids rush to summarize the online chatter, and within hours the story takes on a life of its own. In Jin's case, the speed at which his agency intervened may have prevented the claims from hardening into something more damaging, but it did not erase the emotional toll such episodes can inflict on artists who find their personal lives turned into public battlegrounds. Behind the scenes, sources suggested that conversations about digital safety and crisis management have become routine for stars of Jin's stature. For Seok-jin, whose career has unfolded largely under global scrutiny, the latest rumor was simply another test of resilience in an industry that rarely grants its biggest names the luxury of anonymity. Colleagues and collaborators reportedly reassured him in private, emphasizing that the swift clarification would help stabilize public perception before long-term harm could take root. Cultural commentators, meanwhile, framed the situation as emblematic of a larger shift in fandom dynamics. With communities scattered across platforms and time zones, reactions unfold in real time, often faster than journalists or companies can confirm details. The same networks that organize streaming parties and charity drives can, in moments of uncertainty, become engines of speculation. The Jin episode highlighted both sides of that coin, the explosive spread of the rumor itself and the equally rapid mobilization of supporters determined to defend his reputation. As BTS continues to operate on a scale few acts in history have reached, analysts say similar controversies are almost inevitable. The group's influence means that even trivial misunderstandings can echo across languages and borders, amplified by translation accounts and algorithmic recommendations that prioritize engagement over accuracy. Agencies are therefore being pushed into a new era of transparency and speed, where a delayed response can allow speculation to outrun the truth. Ultimately, the clearing of Jin's name may fade from headlines within weeks, replaced by new releases, tour rumors, or chart achievements. Yet the episode leaves behind a sharper awareness of how fragile narratives can be in the online age, and how quickly a celebrity's image can be reshaped by posts written in the shadows of anonymity. For fans and industry insiders alike, the hope is that moments like this encourage a pause before sharing, a demand for confirmation before outrage, and a renewed respect for the human beings behind the headlines, even when their fame makes them appear larger than life. Some insiders believe the aftermath of the incident could quietly reshape how future rumors are handled, not just for Jin, but across the entire industry. Legal teams, they say, are increasingly monitoring online spaces in real time, ready to intervene the moment misleading claims begin to trend. For an artist as internationally visible as Seok-jin, even a few unchecked hours can allow a false narrative to travel across continents, translated into dozens of languages and repackaged by countless accounts before an official voice has time to catch up. Public relations experts also point out that audiences themselves are becoming more discerning. Years of watching similar controversies unfold have taught many fans to wait for confirmation rather than react instantly, a shift that could slowly weaken the power of anonymous posts. In Jin's case, the wave of support that followed the agency's statement was not merely emotional, it was organized, deliberate, and aimed at correcting misinformation rather than fueling it. That collective restraint, analysts argue, may be just as important as any legal threat in curbing the lifespan of viral rumors. For BTS, whose global footprint places them under constant observation, the episode slots into a long history of navigating unprecedented fame in the digital era. Each member's movements, friendships, and schedules are scrutinized with microscopic intensity, creating an environment where coincidence can easily be reframed as conspiracy. The group's longevity at the top, however, has also equipped them with experience, both personally and institutionally, in weathering such storms and refocusing attention on their work once the noise dies down. As conversations continue to ripple outward from this particular rumor, some industry figures hope it might spark more serious debate about accountability on major platforms, including how quickly misleading content is flagged and how algorithms reward sensational claims. While such structural changes are slow and complex, incidents like Jin's provide fresh urgency, reminding stakeholders that the reputational and psychological stakes for artists are far from abstract. In the end, what lingers most is not the rumor itself, but the speed at which it was dismantled. The rapid clarification, the coordinated fan response, and the broader reflection it triggered all combine to form a narrative larger than a single false claim. It becomes a snapshot of modern celebrity life, where truth and speculation race side by side, and where survival often depends on how quickly the truth can find its microphone.